What if I told you there's a country of just 5.6 million people, smaller than Singapore, that saved over $1.9 trillion? That's more than the entire GDP of Australia. And every single citizen has a share worth $340,000. This is the story of Norway, and why every investor in the world should pay attention. In 1969, Norway struck oil in the North Sea. Suddenly, a quiet fishing nation had one of the world's biggest oil reserves. Now, most countries that find oil do one of two things. They spend it fast, or they let it disappear into corruption. Norway did something completely different. They asked a smart question: what happens when the oil runs out? So in 1990, they created the Government Pension Fund Global, also called the Oil Fund. The rule was simple: every dollar earned from oil goes into this fund. The government cannot just spend it freely. So where does the money go? The fund invests in 8,000 companies in 63 countries. Think Apple, Microsoft, Samsung. Norway probably owns a small piece of all of them. In fact, it owns about 1.5% of every publicly traded company on the planet. In 2024, the fund made a record $222 billion in profit in just 1 year, mostly because of the AI-driven tech boom. The CEO said it was a very, very strong year for equities. To put that in perspective, that's more money than most countries make in their entire economy. The fund is managed by Norges Bank Investment Management, the investment arm of Norway's central bank. It's not a secret hedge fund. It's completely transparent, and it just received a perfect transparency score 2 years in a row. Here's what makes Norway's model genius, and what you can personally learn from it. Rule number 1, the 3% rule. The Norwegian government can only withdraw a maximum of 3% of the fund per year for the national budget. They live off the returns, not the principal. Rule number 2, invest outside your own country. Norway puts almost none of this money back into Norway itself, to avoid overheating their own economy. Rule number 3, no panic selling. The fund tracks global indexes. It doesn't try to time the market or pick winners. Rule number 4, ethical investing. Norway excludes companies involved in tobacco, weapons, or severe environmental damage, even though the fund itself was built on oil money. That's a fascinating contradiction worth discussing in your video. So what can you and I take away from this? First, save before you spend. Norway taxes oil companies heavily and deposits those taxes before spending anything. Treat your income the same way. Pay yourself first into savings or investments. Second, diversify globally. Don't put all your eggs in one country or one industry. Third, think long-term. This fund was started in 1990. It wasn't built overnight. The magic is patience. Fourth, index investing works. Norway's fund mainly tracks global stock indexes, the same strategy that Warren Buffett recommends for regular people. You don't need to be a genius stock picker. You just need time and consistency. Norway turned black gold into generational wealth. Not by luck, but by discipline, patience, and smart rules. Whether you have $100 or $100,000 to invest, the principles are the same. Save consistently. Diversify broadly. Think decades, not days. If a country of 5.6 million people can build a $1.9 trillion fund, imagine what you could build with the same mindset. Drop a comment below. What's one thing you'll do differently with your own money after watching this? And if you found this useful, please subscribe.